We are very excited about this exhibition. It's the first major survey of the visionary architecture of John Lautner, and it's long overdue. Despite the fact that our region has long been recognized as a cradle of architectural modernism, thanks to buildings by such architects as Frank Lloyd Wright, Richard Neutra, and Rudolf Schindler, there's been no major museum survey or examination of Lautner's work until now. Lautner, who died in 1994, is an iconic but slightly misunderstood figure in architectural history. He disliked the press, sorry guys, and was often his own worst enemy in terms of promoting his work, which might be one of the reasons that he's so underappreciated and generally unknown. He's perhaps best known for his signature residential work in and around Los Angeles, including the Chemosphere and the Elrod House in Palm Springs. Both have been admired for their audacious design, while sometimes being misinterpreted as space-age, dystopic, or simply Hollywood showplaces. It's safe to say his views failed to really fit the grid. As is the case with any visionary, it usually takes a while for the rest of the world to catch up. When it does, it often is because other artists acknowledge their debt to them. Lautner's moment has come, and I believe it has a great deal to do with the heightened awareness of today's architectural masters like Frank Gehry, Zaha Hadid, and Rem Koolhaas, whose work reflects Lautner's influence and who acknowledge his place in the pantheon of 20th century architecture. In fact, it's worth noting that Frank Gehry and his wife Berta are major funders of this exhibition, so that speaks volumes in itself. We're very, very fortunate to have found two brilliant, thoughtful, and talented individuals to form the curatorial team for this exhibition: architectural historian Nicholas Olsberg and architect Frank Escher, here in the front. For the last 4 years or so, they have steeped themselves in this ambitious scholarly re-examination of Lautner and have created a remarkable and unusual installation. As you'll see, it's not your usual architectural exhibition. There's very little photography, for example. Lautner's drawings take center stage along with archival models and new large-scale models. Also weaving throughout the exhibition is a series of beautiful films which are taken from a new documentary on Lautner by award-winning documentary filmmaker Murray Greiger, who also joins us today. Very excited about the fact that we'll have a sneak preview of this film in the Billy Wilder Theater this September when it's completed. The Hammer is very grateful to our collaborators in this ambitious endeavor, in particular John Lautner Foundation, which has provided us with some of the exquisite archival drawings and personal ephemera that you'll see today, as well as their great enthusiasm and moral support for this exhibition. Also the Getty Research Institute, the GRI, which now houses the Lautner Archive and has been deeply involved in the conservation and presentation of these drawings and models, many of which have never been seen before in public. We're extremely grateful to their work and their debt to those individuals who own and care for these remarkable structures. They assume a very great responsibility inhabiting these homes and obsessively maintaining the design integrity of these structures. There are more than 45 lovingly preserved homes by Lautner in and around this city. Instead of preserved, I should probably use the word curated, considering the way these owners care for these places and the demanding details and resources that they require. It's quite an extraordinary thing. Figures such as publisher Benedict Taschen and his wife Lauren live in the Chemosphere. Tribune owner Sam Zell and his wife Helen live in Beyer House. Dodgers owner Frank and Jamie McCourt. Writer and filmmaker Howard Rodman. All these people live in Lautner homes and are very fortunate. We are all very fortunate that they're so devoted to them. We're also thrilled that several original Lautner homeowners, those that commissioned the houses from Lautner, such as the Wallstroms and the Pearlmans, became involved in this exhibition. They've generously lent us their homes to film and photograph and have shared a wealth of information about their experiences with Lautner and the commissioning process. Why has the Hammer organized this exhibition? People keep asking us that. The Hammer, as a museum serving audiences in Los Angeles and beyond, has a vested interest in deepening people's knowledge of our region's art and design history, and in demonstrating the impact of these ideas worldwide. There's obviously a huge audience in architecture and design in Los Angeles, which we've experienced firsthand in the past when we did the Unprivate House exhibition in 2001, which came from MoMA, and also our installation of Jean Prouvé's Tropical House, which we had in the courtyard in 2005.
It was very important for us to, from the beginning on, develop the curatorial structure with the design. So these two things went hand in hand, and as we developed this narrative, which is a linear element, we decided to fold this linear element into the galleries and make it a map.
It's not just a question of emulating the experience of being in the house. It's also a question of trying to achieve what he thought architecture alone could achieve, is that transcendent, physical, time-based relationship between man and the universe that was his art form, and the poetry he was after. So